It is, of course, week 8 in the NFL. Joe the Fan here with Shano Max. Shano, we're on fire. We need to call the fire department because we're on fire.
Yeah. Who sang that song? Remember that song?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Who was that?
Who was that? It wasn't Earth, Wind, Fire. Ohio players? Ohio players?
It might be them. I can't remember.
I'm gonna double down and say Ohio players.
It's like I think of that every single time we're saying we're on fire. And it's like, we need to start playing in our videos, having the background music.
You know, you'd be happy for me. I just saw speaking of fire,
Ohio players. You're right. Just looked it up. The Ohio players. Great song.
It was a great song. I just saw an episode of Seinfeld. It was the Calzone.
Oh yeah.
And the guy's name was Todd Gack. What is that, Dutch? Oh my Lord. So let's recap real quick. Well, first off, let's talk about last night's game where I got totally screwed here. I said under 44.5, and then these idiots go for it on 4th and 7 at their own 40, and it's late in the fourth quarter. The game was over. Clowns.
Game was over. That was a pretty one-sided game last night. Chargers pretty much dominated them.
It was 250. It was the same game parlay. I had Chargers minus 3, I think, and then the under. Killing me, bro.
Chargers minus 3 definitely hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have just stuck with that.
That was definite win there.
Yeah, I should have stuck with that. So last week, we go 5-1. I'm the one that cost us because I said Denver minus 7 against the Giants. Denver looked. Giants look pretty good, pretty good. But then they're in trouble now.
Look about that game, man. Like the Giants were up, dominating them, and then but the Broncos just came out of nowhere in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then ended up winning the game. I mean, that was a crazy game.
Yeah.
Crazy game.
Yeah. But everything else hit fine. I did well on the Zona over Green Bay. They came back as well. So, but I had them with the
Zona plus the points, which they covered. Yeah, and they almost won that game. They almost won that game outright. They took the Packers a fourth quarter comeback. It was like a minute and 45 seconds. They got the ball back or something.
Right.
And they went down and scored to win the game.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals almost won that outright.
And I should have stuck with my guns in the sense of the Skins and the Cowboys over. I think it was 54.5, and that went completely over.
Oh, way over. The Cowboys almost had that by themselves.
Yeah. That was my mistake.
You texted me that one. I was like, "Oh, I like that one a lot." I went with that one.
I should have stuck with my guns on that one, but what are you gonna do? All right, so let's get down to business.
But 10-2 the last 2 weeks. That's just crazy. 10-2. We're on fire. 5-1 last week. 5-1 the week before that. We are on fire. We're like 18-6 the last 4 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
So we're on fire. Fire.
Yeah. We would have been super fire if those stupid bad losses. I mean, it was just bad losses. Remember, I had the Rams over Philly. I had Rams plus the points.
Yeah, and then the block field goal screwed you.
Same thing with you, Tampa and the Jets.
Yeah,
killing me, Smalls.
Block field goals killed us those first couple of weeks. That was crazy. That was a crazy time in the league. There was 5 block field goals in 1 week for some reason, and 1 or 2 weeks, and then for some reason there hasn't been another one since. Crazy. It's bad, but that happens in the pros sometimes. But we live and we learn, and we definitely learned. We're crushing it now. So, and let's keep the hot streak going.
Let us do that. So let's get to work, as they say. That's why they pay the bills around here. Allegedly. Shannon, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? I got to get my specs.
Sure, I'll go first.
I'll
go first. We were just talking about the Giants, so I have a pick for the Giants game.
Okay.
Giants are playing Philadelphia again. They just played Philly 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So if you remember that game, it was 34-17. The Giants beat them 34-17. Mm-hmm. Pretty high scoring game. Philly did not look very good in that game. Think about New York. They scored 34 points against Philly, like I just said. They also scored 32 against Denver last week. They've looked a lot more explosive since Jackson Dart's been in there. And they've realized that they just gave Scadaboo the ball and he can just run over people.
Right.
that guy just lowers his head, doesn't he? He just goes through anybody.
Yeah.
On the other side, the Eagles, they had their bye week. So I guess they played the Giants 3 weeks ago because 2 weeks ago they had their bye.
Right.
The game came off. They looked a lot better against the Vikings. They scored 28 points against the Vikings last week. Their offense looked the most explosive I think it's looked all season. Jalen Hurts threw for 330 yards or something like that.
Right.
A.J. Brown had over like 150 yards. They had another receiver that went over 100 yards. So they looked really good. That was the most explosive they've looked all year. And the Vikings have a decent defense too. So long story short, I think this game is going to be a pretty high scoring game again. I think it easily covers I think it's a pretty low total they have for this at 43.5.
Yeah.
I think it easily covers that. It covered it in the first game. I think it covers it again. I'm taking the over in this game, over 43.5.
Over 43.5 there. I'm going to look it up real quick, what we've got. But, and we're using odd traders, guys, to get you the best number. So, let's see here. Philly, Giants. Why is it not coming up? Oh, here it is. Over 43.5. At
43.5.
At minus 110 at FanDuel.
There we go.
Check it out.
That's the play.
Check them out.
Yeah, even if so they scored 51 in their first game against each other, right? Because it's 34-17. I don't think it's going to be that one-sided again, and I definitely think the Eagles are going to be a little bit pissed off here and come back with a little bit more fire.
Right.
And they'll be in Philly this time, so that bodes better for them. But I definitely think it goes over 43.5. I think both teams are covering with that. They're both scoring at a pretty good rate right now.
Right. So his first pick minus 110, and he'll take the over 43.5, and that's at FanDuel. That's between the Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles, taking place in Philadelphia, of course. So I am up, and I've been debating this one because I just got news that now he's questionable. He doesn't know if he's going to play or not, blah, blah, blah. This week, I'll be honest with you, this week is hard. Usually it's easy for me. You can see the numbers, boom. It just comes naturally to me. This one,
I agree with you. And a lot of the spreads were really tough this week too. Like a lot of the spreads, you see a lot of spreads that are like -5.5, -6.5 usually,
right.
and a lot of them this week are like -7, -7.5. I'm like, ooh,
right.
I mean that extra point or two is killer because like if you win by touchdown, if you think teams gonna win by touchdown, it doesn't cover at times with that, So it's like, ooh.
So,
but yeah, the spreads this week are like super, super sharp. It's hard.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you. Teaser.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Sure.
I don't know if you saw that. Did you ever watch Yellowstone?
No, I need to get into it because I love those type of shows. Because I love Western type stuff.
He does.
I love Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner's great, but no.
He does a hell of a job. And I love that show. Even the spinoffs. I'm currently watching Tulsa King with Sly Stallone. Oh man, he does a hell of a job. Anyway, there's a character on there by the name of, and she goes, "My name is Teeter," and the guy's like, "Did you say your name's Peter?" I said, "No, Teeter." It's great. It's great. Anyway, so I'm going to go with. I'm referring to, of course, is Lamar going to play or not? And Lamar is what I've been told, and I've read numerous things that he is going to play. I got him at -6. I got the Ravens at -6, and it's kind of like, I can't compare it to the stock market because the stock market today looked great. But anyway, it's now moving to -7. You could still take that, guys. I got it at -6 at -110. -7 right now is at -110. That's fine, but keep in mind at bet 365, keep in mind that it is, of course, it would be a wash if they don't cover. I see them covering here. I think Baltimore, this is do or die for Baltimore.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're at home, they have to get this win. And if they don't, I mean,
yeah. They're 1-5 right now, right?
Currently, I think so.
Because they're just coming off the bye, so they have one less game. I'm pretty sure they're 1-5.
They're 1-5, and Chicago's 4-2. But Chicago hasn't. They can't stop the run. Now, how they stop the run against Washington beats the heck out of me. But I think Baltimore, they're pissed. They're getting some key pieces back. Obviously, Lamar being one of them. But I think this is what they're going to do. They're going to go after Chicago, and I think it's going to be maybe a 28-20, maybe a 28-17 game. But I think Lamar might struggle at first. But if you're giving the ball to Henry and they can't stop the run, might as well just feed the rock. Because I think Baltimore will take it. So my first pick is going to be the Baltimore Ravens -7 at -110. I did get it in earlier at -6. That was when I texted you. I think it was last night or whenever it was. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I got it at -6, but I wouldn't mind going -7.
I like that. I like that a lot. And I hope they do give Derrick Henry the rock. This is a little personal here because I have him on my fantasy team.
Right. I'm trying to get the game on. I don't know what's going on with the studio here.
And my fantasy team's struggling right now. I need all the help I can get. Come on, King Henry. All right. My next game here. I'm going Buccaneers at Saints. Buccaneers at the Saints. I'm also looking at the over-under here. The Saints, look at them. They've only scored more than 21 points all season. That was against the Giants, and that's when the Giants were playing Russell Wilson, and he had like a turnover fest.
Right.
They had like 3 or 4 turnovers, and they gave the Saints like super short fields the whole game. Also, on top of that, Kamara's out. Olave's out. Those aren't official yet, but that's what people are saying. They're probably going to be out, Kamara and Olave.
Right.
They're technically still questionable right now. Juwan Johnson, one of their other receivers, is questionable. So that's like 3 of their key playmakers there are all questionable and or out.
Right.
And then on the Bucs side, they just played Monday night, so it's a little bit shorter week for them. And they're on injury hell right now. They're having their injuries piling up like crazy. They only scored 9 points against the Lions. The Lions are a better team than the Saints. I get that. But they only scored 9 points against the Lions. It's on shorter rest. Mike Evans broke his collarbone. He's out. Chris Godwin and Bucky Urban are both going to be out for this game. They have 4 starting linemen that are either out or questionable for this game. And their stud rookie receiver, Abuku, who's looked really, really good. They're saying he's going to play, but he's also banged up right now. So how effective is he really going to be? Well, we shall see. But this game screams under to me because of both of this. Saints can't score at all. And the Bucs are just so banged up. Even though Baker's been playing great all year, minus this past Monday night where he didn't look super great. But outside of that, he's looked great this whole year.
Sure.
But the over-under's at 47. I'm definitely smashing the under on that.
Wow. Okay. I thought you were going to take the -2.5 or -3, excuse me. Because that's what I was thinking. I was leaning towards that, to be honest with you.
But, the Bucs -3?
Yeah.
I don't mind that either.
But if
I think the Bucs win.
Yeah,
the Saints are terrible.
I could see the under here. Under 46.5 at -110 at Caesars.
Oh, so it's starting to move down because it was at 40. I got it at 47 earlier today.
Okay.
So it moved down half a point.
Yeah.
So everybody jump on that as quick as you can.
Yeah, this is why I'm concerned in regards to this week. But like I said, teaser. You might just need to do a 3-team teaser here, guys, because I just the math isn't it comes out right, but I'm not super comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only go to the well so much.
Totally get you. Yeah, and the lines were already tight to start with this week, and then and it's pretty decent matchups, like matchup wise, which are hard to tell.
Right.
But yeah. I don't mind the Bucs -3 if that's what it's at.
Right.
The only thing that scares me, like I said, is just that they have so many injuries. But it's the Saints. The Saints are the Saints.
Yeah.
But I do like the under 47. I think that's way too high for this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with our next pick here. Speaking of fire, this team has been on fire, and I think they're starting to see. Hey, they're buying into the system. When you have a new coach come in, a veteran coach in this case, the players are buying into the system. You start winning games. You're like, hey, I'm going to go through a brick wall for you, coach. You know what I mean? And we saw that last time when it came to Washington. So when Washington was in town, or last year, excuse me, with DQ, you see the sky was the limit. I'm, of course, referring to the New England Patriots. They're taking on the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to take New England -7 at home, and they've been doing a hell of a job at home. They did take on Tennessee last time. That was one of our survivor picks. That was our survivor pick last time.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go with New England -7. But again, keep in mind, guys, if you tease this, and let me explain real quick, for those who don't know what a teaser is, you're not going to get the same value. Like we're mentioning -110, -105, and actually this -7 was at -105 over at Caesar's Palace. But the teaser part of it is you're taking points and you add 6. It's a 6-point swing. So if it's at -7 for New England, you add 6. Now it's down to -1. Clearly, we feel that that New England can do the cover that -1. The problem is there's a minimum on this, so you have to have a parlay of 3, and the odds definitely go down. So you can say, hey, I'm going to take the Chiefs for an example.
Yeah,
12.5
-12 or something like that,
right?
Now,
So
right?
-12. Let's say it's -12. So you subtract 6 or add 6. Excuse me, you'll be down to -6. So this is a way to actually to look at the numbers and stuff like that. But also keep in mind before we move forward is there's got to be a time, and that may have happened earlier in the season, where there's trap games. It's too good to be true. And that's in life and just like in anything, right? Man, that's I'm not buying that, So when we look at the numbers, guys, you have to look at, okay, hey, what are the options? Hey, you're winning for a month. That's great. But, what they say, sooner or later, what goes up must come down. And you got to be careful, especially when you're on this hot streak. You got to be careful here.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think the Patriots definitely beat the Browns. That's definitely for sure.
So
I don't see the Browns beating them. The Patriots are hot, and we talked about this before many times on different videos. But I don't know why the Titans ever got rid of Vrabel. He's a hell of a coach.
Yeah,
and the players love playing for him. And players, I think, always respond better to coaches who played the game, especially at the NFL level. Sure. I always felt like they did.
Sure. So I'm going to take New England -7 over the Cleveland Browns. They're at home. So give me the New England Patriots -7, and they still are in first. Just saying.
They are.
I'm just saying. +850.
They are.
At +850. I'm just saying. You laughed at me. You said no. Just saying.
I thought they would be better with Vrabel as a coach. I didn't think it was going to be instant better like that.
And I'm worried about the Bills.
I think I said they would make the playoffs. I think I said I could see them as a wild card.
Right. I worry about the Bills. I worry about the Bills.
Yeah. We'll see how they are. They do. They have an easy game this week, but next week they play the Chiefs. That's going to be their matchup. See how ready they actually are. The Bills are.
I don't know about the Bills, man. Against Carolina. I don't know.
They're coming off the bye week though, and like I said earlier, coming off the bye, and they lost their first 2 games going into the bye. Their last 2 games going into the bye.
Right.
I think they're going to take this game pretty seriously against the Panthers. I think they'll mollywop them.
So those are my first 2 picks. What's your third one, my friend?
All right, my third and final pick. I am looking at the Packers of Green Bay heading to the Steelers of Pittsburgh. Packers versus Steelers. Revenge game.
Yeah.
Revenge game for Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers gets to play his former team. And, he loves to shove it on. He holds grudges and does all that stuff. He does some crazy things. I think he wants to do nothing more than just to beat the Packers. Right. So the Packers, they looked really good their first 2 weeks of the season. Everybody knows that. They looked really good against Detroit. They looked really good against Washington the first two games of the season.
Sure.
After that, though, they've looked pretty unimpressive to me. They lost to Cleveland. They tied with Dallas. They barely beat some weak opponents. Like they barely beat the Cardinals last week. They barely beat the Bengals.
Right.
So, and that was the pre-Joe Flacco Bengals.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was what's his name? Browning. Browning was the quarterback.
Yep.
That Bengals, who couldn't score, could barely score. They barely beat. Right. And you have the Steelers who are coming off kind of like a mini bye here because they played Thursday night last week. So they have a little extra rest time and a little extra time to prepare. So you got Aaron Rodgers playing against a team that he couldn't stand anymore because he wanted to leave so badly, and an extra time to prepare for them. I think that he's going to come in there and want to beat them very bad. I think his former team his teammates might want to rally around him. I could see it happening. I could see them Steelers actually winning this game, but I think I'm going to take the safe bet here and take the Steelers plus the points. I got them at 3.5 earlier. Is that still the line?
It looks like it still is. It's coming up right now. Steelers 3.5. No, it's actually at 3.
Ooh, move to 3. Okay.
So plus 3.
I would take that too. I mean, like we said, you risk the push, but I think they keep this with a field goal. I think it's going to be a close game.
Plus 3 is at minus 113 at Caesars.
Yep.
So
take that, and I might sprinkle some pizza money on the Steelers winning outright.
That's going to be plus 140 at bet 365.
Yeah. I'll say official pick.
Your official pick, of course, being the Steelers at plus 3. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Producer Mark's
all my lines have moved. What is happening here? I just made them like a couple hours ago.
I know. Producer Mark's yelling in my ear, so I need to wrap up so we can get the wise man in here. My last pick is going to be the Miami Dolphins. They travel to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going over 44.5. Now I debated on. I sent you a couple of ones like Texans. I like the Texans minus 1.5 against San Francisco. Maybe do a little pizza on that. And I like Denver as well. I don't think Dallas. Denver's what 11th in defense. So Dallas. Denver is maybe a possibility, but those aren't my official pick. My official pick is going to be the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons over 44.5. Miami's just terrible. Miami's terrible. So, we'll see how that goes. But that's going to be my official pick.
Nice.
Let's see here, Shayna. Let's do a recap real quick for the NFL recap. NFL Week 8.
All right, my first game, I'm looking at Giants Philly. I'm taking over 43.5. Second game, I am taking the Bucks at the Saints. I'm taking under, and it's currently at 47 or 46.5. I'll take either one of those.
Okay.
And then my final game here, Packers at Steelers. Give me the Steelers plus 3.
For me, guys, I'm going to go in. This is what I got in earlier. So I got the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, minus 6 at home as they host the Chicago Bears. I've got the New England Patriots hosting the Browns at minus 7. So take the New England Patriots at minus 7. And then the Miami Dolphins travel to the Atlanta Falcons. So the Miami Dolphins and Atlanta Falcons over 44.5 points. And that's going to be my official play there. All right, my friend.
Let's keep going. Let's get a 6-0 week. We've had lots of 5-1 weeks. Let's get a 6-0 week here. Let's hope this is the one. That's up. We've been flirting with it. We've been flirting with it.
I know. So that's going to wrap us up. We're going to take a couple minute break here. And then we're going to jump back on with our college football picks for week 9 with the wise man. But those are our picks. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We're on fire, guys. And the proof is in the pudding. We will share this out to everyone as soon as possible. You can catch us all over our social media pages, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, the whole 9 yards. Good luck to everyone in week 8, and we